Good morning. It's 7 a.m. Had a pretty good sleep. Seems like the weather report was correct. It's doing everything that it said. It's currently blowing it easterly. That's why it's so calm here. All these trees are protecting us. Once I get out a little bit, I should have a nice wind just to point me straight across to that point. So that would be awesome. So I'm going to pack up this camp and get on the water as fast as I can. But first, I am just going to head to that point there just to see if I get a little bit of reception, because I had a video drop yesterday and I've had no cell phone coverage for a couple of days now. 3 days, 4 days. I really just want to see how well it's doing. I keep having to stop myself from saying we're on the river, because I was on that river for 2.5 months. We're on the river. Back on the river. We're on the river. We're on the river. I'm back on the river. I'm on the river. We're on the river. So I'm on the river, but we're on the lake. We are moving. Alright, so I'm just gonna go off the shoreline here 100 meters or so, and just to see what the wind's doing, because in here there's no wind. And it's definitely blowing from the east. I don't know if it's a northeast or an east, but we'll soon see. And hopefully it's just going to point me straight across there at that point called Loon Strait. From here, I think it's 4 miles. So the wind is, I'm probably 300 meters off the coastline, so it's swirling a little bit. It's a bit confused. But right now I can't feel any wind, and then it comes from the south, and then it comes from the east. So I think it's just pretty light as well anyway. So I can't use the umbrella, but well, it can't be perfect all the time. I was flying yesterday. At the end of the day, I was going like 4 miles an hour, and I wasn't paddling. It was probably close to 20 knots yesterday, straight behind me, and then swell as well. And the swell got quite big, and they kept cresting, getting the white caps on them, so it was launching me forward. It was kind of fun for the last 2 hours of the day yesterday. It's really beautiful out here. I'm on the point now. Well, not the point. There's actually I think there's some islands that come off the point. I'm at those islands at Loon Strait. That one looks quite far offshore, like a couple of 100 meters. And so many birds. And if anyone thinks that birds are clean animals, trust me, they frickin' stank. This is Stankville right here. And maybe you can see it, there's a line right there where it goes from the wind disturbance, and on this side where I am now, dead calm. Pelican. Been a few hours now and there just hasn't been anything to report. I'm just paddling. I'm just still paddling. It's 2:30 and I've done 17.5 miles. Looks like I'm probably going to get my 25 for the day. The wind has completely changed. It was always forecast for an easterly today, so from this direction, but it's actually a westerly. It's coming from here. So I've just this second put the umbrella up, and we're just able to sail a little bit. It's just adding a little bit of speed to my canoe, to Ivy. I think by the end of today there'll be about 50, just over 50 miles to go until I get to Winnipeg River. So that would be awesome. Oh, and for all of you, some of you people watching, you watch so closely. You watch with a fine-tooth comb, and you're like, ah, there, something. You know, because I was thinking today I'm wearing the same clothes as I was wearing yesterday. Because this is day 10. I'm having to wear the same clothes like 2 or 3 times now, so I'm looking forward to some clean clothes when I get there. So some of you may think that's the same day. Not the same day. I'm just wearing my clothes. I'm wearing the same clothes as I was yesterday. Trust me, you can tell from where I'm sitting. Well, I was just paddling along and my seat just bang. My seat just broke. I'm gonna paddle in and see if I can do something about it. See if I can rig it up somehow. Well, the thread snapped. That was here. Well, it's a relatively easy fix if I had the right tools. All I need is a spanner and pretty much 2 spanners. Because that nut's got a nylon on it. It's a nylon thread nut. So you can't undo it just with your hands. Or I just block up the bottom of the seat. And because I should be in Winnipeg in 3 days. So I could just block the seat for 3 days, get there, and then replace the bolt. I put that right in the corner there like that, and then just blocked it up somehow, you know. And then with my weight on there, it's not ideal. I'm going to do that for now, just sit on that, just with it blocked up like that. And tonight, this evening when I set up camp, I'll get my axe and I'll find the perfect size to go under there, and yeah, I'll make it work. Like for me, I'd rather sit uncomfortably for the next 3 days than try to fix it now and it takes me 4 days. Do you know what I mean? So that's my logic. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep going. Let's go. As you may know, whenever I come to shore, I like to have a look around at what sort of animals are walking around. That looks like moose. That's a big print. 1 toe, 2, 3, 4. It's either bear or it's mountain lion, but I don't think it's mountain lion. I think it's bear. I was looking at this print here, and I was thinking, what is this? What is this weird? I've never seen this animal before, and then I realized, oh, it's actually a big. I thought it was like a small something, like an otter. But then I realized, oh, it's actually one big wolf print. Like, it's pretty big. Same as my hand. Some big wolves in these parts. There's Bob and Jim in the sailboat, coming to say hello. So I met Bob and Jim at Macbeth Point. There's a boat coming in. It's a yacht. Well, it looks like it's coming in anyway. while they were on their 10-day sailing trip around Lake Winnipeg. I said goodbye to them a few days earlier, but I had a feeling I'd bump into them again before I got to the south end of this lake.
Oh yeah? Yeah. Okay. I can go, I'm going about 3 knots.
3 knots? Yeah, just keep paddling?
Yeah. So Bob and Jim are directly in front of me. Because from here, they're going to go to the eastern point of Black Island. And from where I am now, it's 5.5 nautical miles. And so, normally I wouldn't cut across the bay this far out, but they said they're going to hang around just in case the weather changes on me. So that's really nice of them. And so yeah, I'll be camping with them again tonight. That'll be fun. It's always good to have company.
That's a shot you didn't think you'd get.
I'll have a drink soon, but I'm okay.
Good?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any, but I'll just scoop some up soon. This is good motivation for me, because they're motoring next to me. I can't stop. I gotta keep going. And it's late in the day, so this is where my body starts to feel it. And now I'm working more than I've worked all day. It's 6 o'clock and I'm still 5 miles away from the harbour where Bob and Jim said they're gonna go. I didn't think it was that far. They said the southeast corner of the island, and without even looking at the map, I thought in my mind I knew where that was. But now that I'm looking at the map, I was completely wrong. What a beautiful spot. BEA beautiful. That's what I was thinking.
And you got a choice. You can sleep on the boat. We got room.
Huh.
Or you can pitch your tent. Up to you. We're having a supper.
I don't want to put anyone out, but it'd be a lot easier to not set up. It's mainly because of the takedown tomorrow, and if I don't do that, then I can get on the water earlier.
Well, let's just tie this puppy up.
Appreciate that. Thanks so much. I'm happy to sleep out on the deck.
We can find a spot for you.
No worries. Appreciate that. Thanks.
It's terribly inconvenient, but what the hell?
Just get this off. Oh, what a big day that was.
Bob's feet. Doesn't do it very often, but he will share the beaver. You've been sleeping with the bears. I don't know. Why don't you just come up and have a rest?
Okay. So yesterday was a big day. I did 31 miles. I was only going to do just over 20, but then I saw Jim and Bob out on their boat, and they stopped and they said they were going to make it over here to the southeastern side of Black Island, and they said they were happy to motor next to me if I wanted to join. So it was really great motivation to keep pushing yesterday evening. But in the end, I was just shattered. That's why I didn't do any filming. But as soon as I got here, they said, "Hey, look, instead of setting up camp, why don't you just stay on the boat with us?" So that's what I did. It was a great sleep, and it's 7 a.m. now. We're just getting some bacon and eggs together, and then I'm gonna head off. Yeah, it's really nice again to see Jim and Bob and share some stories, and they've got a lot of stories. They didn't want to put any of their stories on camera, but so they were stories just for me. But yeah, really appreciate them. So the weather is turning really badly on Wednesday. It's getting up to 30-knot winds. So I really want to be finished with this lake by Tuesday, because I don't want to be out here with that, especially with being so close to the river, you know. Being so close, but not quite making it, and then I have to stay there for a few days. So yeah, I'm going to make it my mission to arrive by tomorrow afternoon. That's definitely going to happen. So I'm going to have some breakfast and then get on the lake, and see you then. Well, Bob, I'm going to love you and leave you.
All right.
Thank you very much once again.
Well, glad we were here for you.
Yeah, I'm glad you
for your
could too.
company and for your song.
Yeah,
And,
thank you.
You've contributed greatly to our trip.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have done massively for me too.
Take care, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Jim.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Pleasure to meet you guys.
You're very much a pleasure. Well, happy trails.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'd love to.
We'll be in touch.
Yeah, please, I'd love to hear from you again, and love to have you guys following along.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Cheers, guys.
Nice voyage, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I am on Black Island right now. I'm going to be making my way across the channel to the mainland. The wind is coming out of the east, so it's really not good for me. The swell isn't too bad. Like, it's a bit choppy, but that's because the eastern shore of the lake is only a couple of miles away, so it's not really giving the lake enough time to bring the swell up. So it's slow going, but it is going. And once I reach the other side, I should be pretty well protected from that wind. But I've got a couple of hours first of battling against it. Okay, so in front is the mainland. This is Black's Island, and the wind is coming straight across here. So what I'm going to do is just paddle towards this island in front of me, and then that's where I'm trying to go, to the end of that point down there. There's a rock island in between me and the point, but it's the one on the other side of those rocks. And I'm hoping if I can just paddle, instead of just pointing that way, and the wind wouldn't be as good for me, I'm going to paddle halfway across, then point at that point down there, and the wind, I'm hoping, should be right behind me. I can pop my umbrella and cruise down there at 3 knots. That's the plan anyway.
a lot of sign of maybe like holiday homes and things. So finally, I think maybe finally I've reached a part in this lake where there's some civilization. It's a good feeling that tells me that I'm getting close to my destination. Yeah, this is day 11 on Lake Winnipeg. So I'm ready to get off it, you know. Where are you? Where are you though? The problem is, like, I would love to take you up on that. The problem is Wednesday the weather's turning. So I need to get to the river by the end of tomorrow. But that's a great offer, I really appreciate that. That was so cool. There's just a guy out here fishing, just by himself. And we were just shouting a conversation at each other. And straight away he asked me what I'm doing. I said I'm canoeing across Canada. I started in the Rockies. And straight away, within the first seconds, he said, well, if you want, come and stay with me. He says, I'm staying by myself. I've got a cabin over there. I've got a clean, comfortable bed for you. You know, straight away. I don't even know his name. We still didn't exchange names. So before he even asked me what my name is, he's offering me a place to stay. You know, Canada, I tell you what. It's just amazing. So this is the point. Now Winnipeg is this way. Basically I need to just point southwest now the rest of the way, and that'll take me to Winnipeg. So that's also another great feeling. And then this bay here that I'm crossing now should be the last one. The last big stretch, and then I should just be following the shoreline the rest of the way. Manigotagan. Manigotagan. Manigotagan is the name of that reserve. That is to my left a bunch of miles, but I'm going to head straight across to the point. Here we go. Bob and Jim gave me a couple of bottled water so I didn't have to drink from the lake. I think they were a little bit worried about me drinking the lake water. Cheers, Bob and Jim. So at 6:30 I'm going to camp on this point ahead of me. If I get there, I think I've worked out that it's be 27 miles today when I get there. And just hope that tomorrow's weather's going to be okay to finish Lake Winnipeg. So here's that island just there that I was going to camp on, but you can see that the water level is really high. So that'll be a boggy mess. I could just go hard left on the beach there, but instead of going that way, I want to go that way. I just want to, if I'm going to paddle, I'm going to paddle forward. So I'm going to go to the next point, which isn't far, half a mile, if that. See what that looks like. Look at how beautiful this is. It's just dead calm. Oh. Oh man, what a day. Maybe 28.5 miles. I'm gonna quickly set up camp, get some water boiling.
I did close to 59 miles over the last 2 days. I pushed a little harder because the weather's picking up, and I needed to get within a day of Winnipeg River before the weather arrived. Now, as you all know by now, this trip is my first time canoeing, so I truly don't know if 59 miles over 2 days on Lake Winnipeg is good going. But I can tell you, it definitely felt like it to me. So much so that I've now set up camp in one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. But I was just too exhausted to really capture it to show you. I just wanted to sit, relax, and take it in.
Today was a big day, 28 miles, and I've ended up at a really beautiful spot. Maybe the most beautiful spot on this whole trip. I was going to say the lake, like the most beautiful spot on the whole lake, but maybe the whole trip. Maybe, yeah, this is stunning. I can't believe how beautiful it is. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this is going to be the end of this is now the end of the episode. So I want to say thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit that like, share and subscribe button, and it really helps my channel grow. And if you really want to support my channel in a bigger way, then consider becoming a patron, where you will get real-time updates, you get my Garmin link and much more, and first opportunities to come sailing when I host charters a couple of times a year. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. It is nasty. Oh, this is not good. Honestly, I don't know if it's possible. I'm not getting anywhere. And even as I'm paddling now, I'm getting closer and closer to the shore. I'm just getting pushed and pushed closer. I'm not very happy, if you can tell.